Thank you, sir, for a good insight. It was really valuable for us as well. And to everyone, how's the juice, guys? Are you still awake? Can I hear some noise from back from everyone? Say yes, sir. How's the Josh? I heard from voice from this side, not from this side, that side. Can I see again? How's the Josh? All right, great. So, I think so. Talk about a lot of stuff about technology and how it's changing the life and how the future going to be. And I just want to start my conversation by going back in a little bit in time. So I think technology is really moving very fast paced. If I think about historical background, how much time do you think that a caveman take to become a farmer? If you think about that, it take approximately 2 million years, from caveman to learn farming. And then we think about farmer becoming, entering into a bronze age where they start using tools in the bronze era. It just took approximately 10,000 years. So from 2 million to 10,000. Now from bronze age to iron age, just 2,000 years. And from iron age to industrial age, how many years do you think? It's just, hardly 2,000 years. After getting into iron age, the man is really moving with a bit fast pace, and then become computers. It just 200 years. Now computers to AI, it's just 50 years. So the way the technology is moving, you can imagine how fast we are growing, and next 50 years, where are we going to be in technical advancement? We just can't even imagine. A lot of things are happening around the world. A lot of young people are learning new things, building new technology every day. And we just can't sit back and just watch the world grow like this. You people, are at the right stage where you have all the technology in your hand, all the resources that you can use to build something which really help us to grow yourself and the country itself. And that's where I think you should focus on, right? So technologies is something, and innovation is something we always, use it in our advantage. And like sir said, finding a problem is really requirement to grow or build a new startup. It always starts with an idea. And I give you an example. Like in last 20 years, some of the big companies who has grown really large from scratch, and what would be the common amount about those companies? So for instance, let's talk about Netflix. How many of you watch Netflix or Amazon Prime or any movie platform, right? Can you imagine how it was for us to watch a movie 20 years ago? It's very difficult for us to find. We have to wait for some movie to come and then buy tickets and maybe just watch Doordarshan to find some sort of stuff, right? Just in 20 years, things have changed drastically. Now you don't have to wait for your favorite schedule. You just press a button and you watch the show whenever you want and wherever you want. So what problem did Netflix solve? It make the entertainment available to you at your convenience, at your time. And the best thing is that it impacts the larger audience. It impacts everybody. In this fast-paced world, nobody has time to wait for their favorite shows and watch during that time. People want to watch the shows whenever they want and wherever they like, right? It's the biggest problem that they have solved, right? Similarly, when we talk about travel, like Uber, how convenient it is for book a cab and go anywhere we want. So that kind of a problem these companies are solving and becoming a huge, big brands, because they started with an idea that is impacting a large sort of a community and helping them to, bring their life more easier. Think about Swiggy, Zomato. Just in few years, they have become billion-dollar companies just by serving food. If you think about innovation in terms of Google Maps, my place is just 8 minutes away from this college, but I still have to use Google Map to come here conveniently. So that's how technology is impacting and becoming huge. So the point I want to make is that the idea that you think of is something really, bringing the convenience to the people, solving a problem that is having a large impact. And then it can become a successful idea, and then from where you can, build a huge problem-solving company. And it doesn't end over there. I hear, sometimes we have a mindset that working with someone, under someone is not a good thing. I think we have to change that mindset. Even we are doing a job, it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing because you learn a lot of things from there. You know, so learning should be your key motivation that you should learn, grow, irrespective that where you're working, how you're working. But in the back of your mind, sometimes we all have to face a lot of financial challenges and we have to do stuff probably we don't like. But if you have something in your mind that you want to innovate, always keep that somewhere in your mind and keep working in that direction until you reach a stage where you can start bringing it by your own. That would be, my suggestion and advice. Um, I think with that being said, I'm open for the questions from any one of you. I think let's make it more interactive rather than me speaking over here. So that would be, I think, more valuable, more value I can give for my time and for your time over there. Yeah, I think from my side, I think the point I want to make is that if you find that kind of an idea, and I've given you a few examples, and the whole gesture is that you're solving a big problem that is impacting a lot of community. So you can take that idea, and it's not like that कि आपका एक दिन में ही वो practical होगा. It takes a lot of efforts, lot of things need to be done to make that idea into realistic and get it from there. उसके लिए चाहे कुछ ही करना पड़े, आपको लर्न करना पड़े, जॉब करनी पड़े. जॉब करने से आप बहुत चीजें सीखते हो. कॉर्पोरेट में कैसे काम करना है, वो आपको जॉब से बहुत जल्दी आता है. आप वहां पर जाके सीखोगे कैसे काम होता है और कैसे आप बंदों से डील करते हो. बहुत चीजें आप सीखते हो उस जॉब से. तो जॉब इज नथिंग. I don't say that job to karna is something is like not necessary and waste of time. So do whatever you can, and but keep the idea with you. Keep working on them. Every little progress every day makes a huge difference. थोड़ा भी अगर आप उस problem work करते रहोगे तो at some point of time you will be able to make it something large. And एक और चीज मैं आपसे कहना चाहूंगा कि आप सब यहाँ पे अकेले नहीं हो. आपके जैसे बहुत बच्चे ऑल ओवर इंडिया, ऑल ओवर द ग्लोब काम कर रहे हैं. हो सकता है सेम प्रॉब्लम में भी काम कर रहे हो, राइट? तो अगर आप आज नहीं करोगे इस पे काम, तो कोई और करके आगे निकलेगा ही निकलेगा. आप जैसे ही करोगे उसके बाद भी पीपल विल थिंक एंड कॉपी एंड दे कैन मेक इट बेटर देन यू. So don't think about all this stuff. Just work on it. Work fast. Keep people around you on that direction, and take all the help. I think now we have a lot of opportunities everywhere that you can take help. A lot of your mentors, your colleges, and a lot of stuff. If you want to do something, you will definitely find a way around it. Okay. So I think that is it from my side. I think that's what I want to speak on primary. Among this population, अगर एक बच्चा भी बन पाए अच्छे से और जो काफी impact कर सकता है, that is a win for us. That's what I believe. Because it's not easy. This generation is a luxurious generation. They want comfort at every level, right? And entrepreneurship is not a comfortable job. It keeps you awake at night because you're solving a problem that nobody has solved. And it won't happen like this. You have to put everything, all your energy, all your days, night time into that problem. If you're going to at that level where you're not able to sleep because you're not able to solve that problem, then you are on the right track to become a startup company. It's not like that. It's not easy. It's not a fancy term because being a founder has become a fancy term these days as well. Everybody wants to be a founder of a company, but it's not that easy piece of cake. Whatever you do, you have a tons of competition already existing. So you have to beat all those competition, bring something onto that table. I'm not discouraging you, but it's once you able to solve that problem and bring something on the table that really impact the life, it's a huge achievement that you can live with. And I think from my experience, doing a job is fine. Initial days, initial 10 years, job is like this. You're getting appraisals, promotions in every 2 years, and your salary is increasing like this. But after 10, 12 years, you are stuck. Whether you're stuck, it's become very difficult from there. And business is quite opposite. If you're getting into business, initial 5 years, 10 years is a very struggle sort of a phase where you're building things, you are doing a lot of stuff. But once you accomplish that, after 10 years, you have an asset of yourself, and afterwards your life is sorted. So that's a pros and cons, that you can think of. And doing business these days is become very easy, I would say, in terms of, for instance, easy in terms of that, if you're using technology, 15 years ago, if you need to sell a t-shirt, how will you sell it? You will open up, you have to buy, a shop, and probably that. What would be your reach? Maybe the localites over that period of time. Today, you can, just sitting at your home without investing in any sort of a shop, you can sell your t-shirt across the India and globe. That's the power of technology, So that is my point. Easy it's not that, because everybody is doing that, the competition is there. You need to be a little bit innovative in terms of that as well, that what kind of a new value you're bringing to the people that nobody else is doing, and the way you are doing it, maybe you are doing some sort of excellent digital marketing or something, extraordinary that other people are not doing. And you have to beat the competition. So beating a competition is also a big problem that you have to solve if you're in a business. That's a question for yourself. Why you just started that? That's your motivation. For instance, if I talk about Lenscard, for instance, so if you watch Shark Tank and all, I usually follow that, and I admire the show because it really teaches a lot of stuff. So his vision is to solve the vision problem for a lot of people, who can buy glasses really easily. That's a problem, and his vision for that purpose. And you need to find something that motivates you and keep you awake in the night. That problem is something your motivation. If you have the problem that you want to solve, until you solve it, you will stick quiet, and that keeps you motivated. I also give you an example of Elon Musk. I'm a huge fan of that person. And if you follow his space tech company, how many times he has failed to launch a rocket? There was a point of time when all of his rockets are getting crashed. He's not even able to launch a rocket properly. But now I think he keep going, he keep solving, he keep learning from his mistakes. Whenever you start something, you're not going to solve it at once. Your mistakes, your failures should be your learning. If you learn from your mistakes, then it's not a failure. It's as simple as that, right? And finally, he launched that rocket, becomes I would say, richest man in the world. And today, what he has done is he also put back the rocket back to the station without losing it. So that's how incredible innovation that he's making, and that doesn't come overnight. A lot of failures he have been gone through which we don't even aware of. We just only see the success. We also see that the kind of effort, the kind of thing is going in the back end, and be prepared for ourselves. Sometimes this generation is lose their heart very easily. Something goes wrong and they feel that it's not going to work. We just need to keep thinking, okay, if that doesn't work, there must be having some other way. Let's figure it out. Keep working on the problem. Keep working on the problem. And I'm 100% sure that we'll find that solution sooner or later. Right? So yeah, I think you need to find a problem that keeps you motivated. That should be your first goal, I would say.
How we can execute it?
Research. First of all, research. I'm pretty sure that whatever idea you have, somebody else might be doing in the similar terms. Maybe not exactly. So just learn from your competitors about. Learning your competitors is a very good thing to understand how they are doing. Just visit their website, try to understand the market scope, and understand how big your market is. As I said, the problem solving, like if your darwaja touch kar raha hai, वो solve करोगे तो it just you not going to earn a lot of money out of it, you know. So your problem should be like this, that it really impact, and then you can also, you know, ultimately create money out of it, because until unless you get money out of it, you won't be able to create more jobs and help more people, right? So think in that term, do a research, homework, and today, in today's world, we have tons of tools. It's an information age. Whatever you want, ask, and research, you will get the answers immediately, you know. It was not that easy a few years back, but do your research, homework, ask for mentorship, whoever can guide you, but that should be your first step, you know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else? All right, then I think I give a stage to Mr. Rajiv.
Mohit?
Yeah. No, so actually, the Australia Bank is not for Indian customer; it's only for Australia customers. So we only have operations in India, you know. So I'm working in cybersecurity space. So we are creating an innovation solutions to protect their applications and from vulnerabilities and hackers. So that's where we are working in that direction. But Australia, this is Australia Bank basically primarily for Australian audience, and they have operations in Australia only. So what in India we're just supporting the operations from here. You know, it's not Indian, not banking is not there for Indian people of Australia. Okay, only Australians. Yeah. But it's not my own. I mean, I've just NAB is just here in India for 2 years. But before that, I worked for various companies like Accenture and, you know, like Soft Expedia and EXL. So over there, we serve Indian people as well. So that's how it is. You know. Okay. All right. I think